Hello everyone, and today we're going to be doing the first KSP2 mission ever. So, as here, I already started with construction that fast. So here, we're basically just going to build a rocket I usually like to build, like the rocket for my Mun Minmus mission and my, well, that's basically the only time I use that rocket, but like, it's like usually the rocket I like to put. So, it's going to have everything on it. And it's gonna have like a third stage like how it was in the Minmus and Mun, but this time it's only just gonna go to the Mun, because on our first mission it's gonna be the first mission, and I decided for the first mission we're gonna go to the Mun, because before, like, this is not like the first time I fly something. Like, I just did some orbiting and like maybe just practice building just to maybe just get used to it, because I need to get used to it, obviously, because I'm not like the pro person of KSP2. I mean, there's other people that are just a little better than me. But as you see here, we're here in KSP2. They have awesome features, like you could color the fuel tanks, which is really cool. And I'm gonna make this like an SLS style, so like look like an SLS kind of vehicle. And here they also have bigger fuel tanks, which is pretty cool. And as here, we can also just color the parts if we don't like how it is. So we're just gonna color that, the SRBs. Now as you see here, I'm putting like I'm just putting big SRBs because just for looks, and I just maybe want to try saving as much fuel, because, and also in this mission when I was playing it, I did not know how much fuel I needed to go to the Mun, so we got a ton of fuel left, so I probably put too much fuel, and then just now starting up the rocket basically, so it's ready for flight. And I think after that, once we put the struts, landing clamps, not struts, the landing clamps, the clamp, we're gonna just basically name it, and then we're gonna be on the launch pad. As here, we only have one astronaut, and I did not know this at the time, but here, and I want you to listen to countdown, look how look it is. 1. There's like an option that you can turn it off, but I like it, so I just keep it on. But I really need to I just turn it off, but I haven't turned it off yet. As I was telling you before, we only have one astronaut in this mission, and I didn't notice until we were in orbit, and I was like, oh well, not time. I don't want to redo it because it's just gonna take too long, and I want to get this done as I can. So I just kept one astronaut, and I guess it could be good for safety, just in case the parachutes don't work. We can just eject it. It's easier. As here now, we're 10,000 meters from the ground. There it says in our altitude, and then the turbine looks different. Everything else looks different. Better graphics. The engines, the orbital line basically, and the SRBs are still running. I basically turned off the engines. I just waited for the SRBs to detach. Like run out of fuel. But there we have detached from the SRBs. And I'm just doing some fixes here because I was kind of floating off there for a second because of the separation. But as here, I'm just gonna get to our apoapsis to start our prograde burn, so we'd be fast enough to get into orbit. To get to orbit, it's like 2,000 meters, no, 2,200 meters, per second, because we need to go really fast, like how other rockets go. Now, we don't want to fall back up, because to go to the Mun, you obviously need to be in space and orbiting, but we just need to get to orbit. And basically, the first stage could have done that for me, but I didn't want to just waste that in a space, so I just used the second stage to like basically get us to orbit. As here, I'm getting my encounter ready for the Mun, and I'm just gonna fix it up so we get nice and close. As here, we got a pretty good encounter, so we're just gonna go to our maneuver node now to get ready to go for it. And once we go for it, I think we're gonna be on our way to the Mun, and the thing that I like about KSP2 is that like when you're like landing on a planet, there's like the music comes on, and like but for me, when the music comes on when you land, like it's like stressful music, so it always stresses me out. It worries me that we're gonna be like something bad's gonna happen, but you'll have to see what happens. I don't want to spoil it like I did before. Well, as here, we're gonna get our Mun encounter, and where we want it, just maybe a little high, but that's okay. We have a ton of fuel, like how we did in our Minmus and Mun mission. If you want to see it, the link is in the description. As here, passing the KSC, and I just saving the game because I mean, what if we fail right in the middle of the mission somehow? As here, if for some reason like when you get into like the orbit or something, it just like it doesn't stop the timer to 50, so which is kind of weird because once like actually no I don't remember that, but as here, and also the sky is beautiful, like the night skies. See, there's galaxies there, like the galaxy, and there's tons of stars, and as the window you can see the Kerbal, that's pretty cool. And but here it says that it says that like if we miss the Mun, we're gonna be ejected out, which is not how we want to go. So we'll have to. But don't worry, we're good to a deceleration burn, which will be good. We'll be able to slow ourselves down, so we don't have to get ejected. As here, we're in orbit now, so we're just gonna wait until we get to the right side and orbit. And so as here, like we get bright side and get ready for our deceleration burn. But as it's here, the Mun surface looks really realistic. It looks like the moon, like the dark and the bright. I mean, it looks super realistic. It's gonna look even more realistic when you get close to the surface, but you'll see that later in the video. And as here, I'm just saying my game again. And we're gonna detach those payload bays. And as here, the one they detach is kind of weird how they detach, which I guess this is a new game, so that's okay. But like, just not as how it did before in KSP 1. But as you see here, I'm just getting ready to land. I'm gonna use most of the third stage to like get us down, and then we're gonna use the final stage to like get the last of the push to land. So it looks like we're gonna be landing in that dark spot there on the Mun, as you see there, and everything looks nominal right now. We're like 14,000 meters from surface, and we're going pretty slow right now. I'm making sure my panels are extended. I was gonna say retracted, but it's extended. And we're gonna just do some slight burns to poofs to make sure we don't like so we could just be slow enough. So I'm just gonna I just kept saving the game, so I didn't have to restart from where I was basically. But as it's here, look at the surface. Soon you'll see something cool about the surface when we get closer to it. We're too far to see it right now. As here, there's the sun, and also the sun. When you look at it, it looks really cool. Like it's big beams of light just coming out. It's like really cool. Like I mean, KSP2 is more real. It's pretty realistic. But as you see here, we just separated from the final stage. I mean, the third stage, the final stage we're burning right now. And as you see here, you'll see here. Look. As you see there, the explosions are realistic, realistic, and that's really cool because when I like seeing something explode and there's a big like cloud of an explosion. But as here, we're coming up to the surface, and we have touched down on the Mun. As here on the Mun, there's rocks, and this is without mods here in KSP2, which is pretty cool. But here you're gonna see something extraordinary when we go into the rock. I see in mods in KSP 1, the rocks do kind of have collision. The mod there, the parallax, I think it is. But here, when you go through, I mean, yeah, there's no collision, which is sad. As here, also I didn't notice this by the time, but as you see here, I forgot to plant a flag, which I guess since we're playing a new game, I feel like there's no flags, but I realized you can plant flags here, and I forgot. So I was like, when I was taking off, I was like, oh no, I forgot to plant a flag. It's like, oh, too late. But I mean, we could do another Mun mission planting a flag. But everything is good right now, so we're just gonna retract our landing gear right now, and we're gonna get away from the Mun, and then once we get to our apoapsis, we're gonna just burn prograde again, like we did from Kerbin, and once we get into orbit, pretty good stable orbit, maybe just a little weird, we're gonna create a maneuvering plan that will take us to Kerbin as close as we can. As here, I guess I didn't try to get any closer because I just kept it like that, and then I just fix it later when we're in that one I was with the gravity of Kerbin. So I just did my burn like this, which maybe I could have fixed it late before, but I guess I'm just too dumb to fix it. See here, I'm starting my escape burn, and we just escaped. We're escaping the Mun now. I'm just gonna, I forgot to delete that maneuver there, so I just need to delete it. But as here, we're just gonna burn retrograde basically, so it'll get low enough so we can get through the atmosphere. That's basically what I did. But since we had a lot of fuel, but everything went okay. Everything was going good. So as Tim C. Kerman is coming down getting ready to come down the atmosphere. Oh, he's shaking around in that cockpit, if you see there. And also here, I got the new update, which is the Force Science update, which the Force Science update comes with heating. So the last update did not have heating, I think, I'm pretty sure. But this update does have heating, so we're gonna have heating. But as you see there, the parachutes opened up right while we were still burning up, but I mean, that's okay, at least we didn't burn up. But it's here in the cockpit, Tim is shaking a lot, that's pretty realistic. I mean, this game is, I would say, more realistic than Kerbal Space Program 1, for sure. Kerbal Space Program 1 maybe like functions a little better, but yeah, that's okay. Every game has their ups and downs. Let's see here, we're gonna land in a forest territory, basically, on land, and we'll see how the environment is here on Kerbin. Here we are. Let's see, will we crash into some trees? Let's see. Nope, we'll land right next one on a hill. Oh, we hit it. We're rolling. We're starting to roll. Oh, look at that. There's like some kind of weeds there. That's pretty realistic. And a rock. How cool is that? Well, look at this environment. It's just beautiful. I mean, like, that's what I like about KSP2. What a beautiful environment. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, like, and bye.